What's up, guys? Adam Ronin here with
TJ Combo,
and we are here with the coveted review of the Pokken Tournament exclusive controller
from HORI. What are you doing?
A lot of you might be thinking, damn, these guys love HORI products. Well, we do.
But actually we do, so
we do,
okay.
Because they don't suck.
Yep.
They don't suck.
They have as of yet to disappoint. And we expect that now out of every single thing that we pull out of the box for HORI, which means if it was bad, we're going to be probably that much meaner to them.
Yeah, and you know what? This just before we even get into details, it doesn't disappoint. It's a great controller.
Yep.
Do you want to hold it? Do you want to touch it?
So I'm going to show you exactly how everybody's reaction went the first time they grabbed this controller here in the office. It was like, meh. Oh wow, because it feels really good in the hands.
Feels great, yeah.
It's quite impressive, truthfully. Like it feels like you could play with this for a very long time.
Yep.
And not have it, leave blisters or rub your thumbs off or something.
Right. I would like to preface this with, we are not Pokken Tournament players per se.
Nope.
We did try it on the game. We went to a local arcade and played it, as we said in the last video.
Yep, full disclosure, I'm not super connected to the franchise. I'm not like into...
Yeah, we're not like big... we're not big into Pokemon, so we're not super familiar with how the mechanics work. We did play it for quite a while. But we're scrub level tier at the game, so we probably didn't get the most out of the game that we could have, but we got enough to tell you if this controller is good with it. And it is.
So for us, because it was the first time playing, we really had to try and, play with some different controllers, and we were lucky enough that there was like 4 or 5 different controllers laying around.
Yeah.
And I can say, without a shadow of a doubt, this would be the controller that I would definitely use.
Absolutely.
If I was going to pursue Pokken Tournament as my competitive game of choice. I don't, but if I was going to, of course it'd be this guy.
And I think that it's got that edge over it because it is made for this game.
Very
You
specifically,
couldn't play this game. I mean, your L and R buttons are here, which are the bumpers on the pad. Your Z L and Rs are actually just down here. So it would be very difficult to transition this into Smash or something else. So, there's no sticks.
Yep.
There's no C stick.
Yeah, they don't lie about it. I mean, they put it right on the box. That's what it's for.
Yeah.
So, just like any other review we've ever done, people are always asking about like fight sticks and using them from other games. We're not saying that it's impossible, but this is built with a specific purpose, and it does it very well.
Yeah,
I was impressed.
Absolutely. But every time we do a review, there's always a couple people that are like, well, can I use this with this game? Can I use this with NBA Jam or whatever?
Exactly.
But so I'm very quick to tell you, if you're watching this, you cannot, and I wouldn't try to mess with it with the other gaming franchises. So there's that.
So we get that out of the way immediately. I can also say that the buttons are incredibly responsive, and they have like almost like a kind of a tacky feel to them, and like a matte type finish.
Which probably would fade after extenuous hours of play.
Right, but of course the ones that are like really shiny and very slick, like those are very easy to kind of rub off, and you can kind of miss feeling it with your thumb.
Yeah.
I didn't experience that with this. I mean, this controller was there. It's like I've been playing with it for 10 years.
Yeah. Though, on the flip side of that, my HORI, and I think yours, our fight pads, they have the same type of D-pad with the, what kind of coarse material, I guess, kind of, you would say.
It's like a bumpy
and that
matte
has
finish.
gotten lots of play and it hasn't rubbed off, so maybe you wouldn't experience that with this.
Sure. Now, in terms of features, there's not a whole lot going on here. We do have this.
Yep, and I think this is a 9.5.
It's probably like the
typical HORI.
meter and change.
Yeah, it's some odd amount of feet.
I mean, this will definitely reach across an apartment with no issue.
Yeah.
There you go. See, look at that.
Weighted, no breakaways, as Nintendo doesn't do.
With your rules or whatever you want to call them.
It does have the traditional HORI flatter triggers on the back, kind of like the...
and they're very quick response.
Yeah, they're super good.
You
They
do
feel
not
good too.
have to push these in like a very far distance to make them actually activate.
Right.
They're very quick.
Yep.
You can't even hear them. They're kind of silent too.
Kind of, yeah.
Do that.
What are you? Oh, you're pushing on buttons? Crazy.
Yep. Same with these guys, good feedback, but they're not like sandwell button loud or anything like that.
Right, yep.
You can play at night with this, and you wouldn't have to worry about like waking the kids up, or the wife or the neighbor is banging on the wall, and he's like, turn off your pornography, and you're like, oh, no, it's a controller. What are you talking about?
What it is?
Yeah.
Aesthetically, it's cool. Like I said, it kind of looks like a Gotchman mask from the 80s anime, Japanese anime, but there's not a lot bad to say about it. However, let's talk about the elephant Pokemon in the room, because I'm sure there is one.
There's got to be one.
Yeah, there's like 180.
Yeah.
So
Like all the elephants in the room.
And we are 85% sure on this feature, but if you and a buddy both had one of these, it's one or the other. Because to our knowledge and to our experience, you cannot use...
Into our investigations that we have conducted.
You can only use one pad, and the other one of you has to play on the iPad-y type of thing that they ship with.
Right. And I think that's a game functionality. That doesn't have anything to do with the controller. So the very first match that we played with this, I was unaware of that. And he was player 1, and I got shafted with player 2, right? So I sit down,
Just like
and I was like, why is right's making me go left and left's making me go right?
Oh yeah, because
And
he
I
was
like-
watching the screen.
Yeah, and I just got bodied across the board. I was like, what? Hang on. I know how to play fighting games. What is up here? And I showed you, and you're like, oh no, look at your screen. And I was like, no, I have to play on this?
Yeah, because of the perspectives and stuff. If you played Pokken, you are well aware.
I would very much put the guy who's using this and like a monitor or a TV at the competitive advantage over the guy who has to like stare at it on the awkward tablet.
Which no doubt has some sort of lag.
I guarantee it, yeah.
You know, milliseconds of delay. So if you're looking to buy these and you're like, well, I'm just going to buy a couple of those for some local play, out of luck unless you have 2 Wii U's. And then maybe there's a LAN functionality, we're not sure.
Right.
I guess that's possible. Or just if you're going to play online, sure. But
I'm sure they've got something figured out for competitive players to use whatever controller they want so that nobody's at the disadvantage.
I'll be interested when we go to EVO to see how they do this.
Very much so. We will be at EVO, so if you guys want to stop over and give us I don't know, money or whatever, you can definitely do so.
Yeah, so there's really not much more to say about it. It's a quick review, but I mean, it's a solid product. It's definitely a buy. I bought this for $49.99 on Amazon.
Shipped to you within another day, and like any other HORI product, they always have great availability. So if you want one,
until we review it, and then they always seem to go out of stock for like 3 months.
So that's our fault. So after reviewing this, they're going to be harder to find.
I wish we had that kind of clout.
Yeah, someday, right? But I would say that if I was a Pokemon player, right, and I was way into Pokemon,
hypothetically,
if I would purchase this controller because, as you guys know, I use and abuse the entire HORI line. I'm a huge fan. I continue to use my FC4. It's one of my controllers of choice.
Yep, mine too.
If I do want to use a pad.
For PlayStation.
Yep. Also
Light too, by the way.
And if you guys missed any of those reviews, you can go back and watch them to get our overall opinion on the company as a whole.
Yeah.
But this...
We're 4 for 4 on HORI being titties.
This would be a buy for me.
If you consider it.
If I did these things, but I don't Pokken.
I don't Pokken either. I'm probably not going to keep the controller. I'll probably return it because I'm not going to play the game.
Because I'm a Pokken player.
I'm not a Pokken player.
But if you were...
If I was, absolutely. It feels great, it's light, it's responsive, and it does what it's supposed to do for the game of its choice.
Yep.
And, to that I say, Pika!
Pika, Pika!
Pika, Pika! That's what that says.
I would like to see in the future, maybe they do like a little graphic thing here from maybe even from third-party companies that you could lay that over.
Oh, yeah.
Because that white's a little bit boring.
Yeah, focus attack.
Yeah.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah. But other than that, if you guys are Pokemon players, go check it out. If you're into other things like this, I suggest you check these Twitters and that subscribe button right
It's
back.
actually over there now.
Did you move it?
Yeah.
I always liked it over here though.
Yeah, but things are different.
That way.
Somewhere.
Yep.
Cool. All right, guys, thanks. Adios, amigos.